Hey kids, how are you doing? Sorry I couldn't be there today. The substitute handed you out a packet on box and whisker plot, and I'm going to show you how to do the first page, and basically pretty much what I show you, you're going to be able to use for the rest of the packet. Just so you know, this right here is very important information. Labeling the lower extreme, the lower quartile, the median, upper quartile, and upper extreme. And then I'm going to walk you through these first couple steps. So the first thing it says is that it gives us a set of data, and it says put it in order from least to greatest, which I've done up here in the green. Then it says circle the median, so we have 11 numbers. So if we wanted to apply our formula, all right, that's going to tell us that it's the sixth number, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our median is 19, which is also our Q2 value. It's the same exact thing. All right. Then what it says, imagine breaking the data set into two parts at the median. The quartiles are the medians of the two parts. So then basically what we're going to do is we are going to find the median of the lower half and then the median of the upper half. So this is pretty simple. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. So this right here is our Q1, and I'll circle it. And then same thing up top, we have 5 numbers. So I find the median of those 5, and that would be our Q3. Okay, so we now have 3 numbers. 14, 24 is our Q3. And then our minimum, really simple, it's your smallest number. And then our maximum is just our biggest number. Okay. Now, once you have this, which is called our 5-number summary, you can pretty much do whatever you need to do with it in the packet. So on the next slide, I'll show you what to do with it. All right, so on the previous slide, we found our 5-number summary, which is this right here. Again, that's really important. And then we're going to go ahead and try to make a box and whisker plot. So first, it wants us to draw a number line. And I'm going to make this a little bit easier on you. Okay, and if you notice, they have a number line here, which is perfectly fine, but they have every single number listed. That's not necessary. So we're going to go from 10 to 30. I got 10 because our lowest number is 12, so we're just going to go a little bit below that. And then our maximum number is 26, so I'm just going to go a little bit above that. Simple enough. And then I'm going to break this up by 5s. Okay, and then from here I can go ahead and draw my box and whisker plot. So they tell you to draw points but from the median to the quartiles and the extremes. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to draw a box around your Q1 and Q3 values. So my Q1 is at 14 and my Q3 is at 24. So I'm going to draw a box like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line at the median. The median is at 19, so I'm going to draw a line right there. And then basically I'm going to put a dot at my maximum, which is 26, connect that to my box, and then put a dot at my minimum, and then connect that to my box. And then from here you have your box and whisker plot. Real quick, I just want to talk about some vocab. So they're going to use the word your low extreme, and that is pretty much your minimum value or your smallest value. They're going to call your Q1 your low quartile or your lower quartile. Okay, and you should also understand that this is the 25th percentile. Q2 is your median, which is also your 50th percentile. Q3 is your upper quartile and is also your 75th percentile. And then your max is what they will call your upper extreme. Alright, so you're going to need to be able to interchange those words as you go through this. All right, so this is the first set of problems in the packet. I'm going to help you with them so that you can start off being successful. So the first thing is that it tells you to find the median of the data set. So basically what they're going to ask you to do is they're breaking up into parts. We're going to find our 5-number summary. So obviously our first step, and you guys know this, it's to list them out in order from least to greatest. Once we do that, we have 11 numbers again. All right, just so happens to work out like that. So we are looking for our 6th number to find our median. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, even though I'm pretty much doing this for you, I expect to see this on your paper if you want credit. And then what we need to do is we are going to break it up into 2 chunks of data. So then in order to find your upper quartile and your lower quartile, you find the median of the lower half and then find the median of the upper half. Okay? This right side is your upper half. Whatever the median is up there will be your upper quartile, and then whatever the median is of the lower half will be your lower quartile. Your extremes is simple. Okay, that's your min and your maximum number. Pretty easy to find. And then once you find your 5-number summary, you need to display your box and whisker plot. So in this case, we're going to have a number line that goes from 50 to 75. We're going to go up by 5s. All right, it should be a little neater on your paper. And then you're going to draw a box around your quartiles, and then you're going to draw whiskers to your extremes. All right, and then it goes on and it says how much of the data are in the box. If you look at this example up here, this is your box, and you should understand that your lower quartile is the 25th percentile, and your upper quartile is the 75th percentile. So how much data is in between the 25th and 75th percentile? Should be fairly simple. And then how much data is in the whisker? So if this is our 100th over here, how much data is from 75 to 100th and from 0 to 25th? All right, so you just kind of add them together, and that will give you your total right here. All right, so you're going to need this as you go through the packet. There's a couple things that we should point out again. So if this is our box right here, that means 50% of the data is in there. Okay, our one whisker, that's 25% of the data, and then our other whisker also holds 25% of the data. Okay, now they're going to ask you some questions like, where is it more spread out? Where is it more clustered? When you have a smaller whisker, that means you have more data clustered around one area. And the reason why is because you have 25% of the data in between those short set of numbers. If you have a longer whisker, then that means that you have data more spread out. So again, we're talking about 25% of the data going from one number to the next, and therefore it displays that it is more spread out. All right, so keep in mind what I just talked about in the last slide. Here's an example. This is in your packet as well to kind of help you move forward. That's why this packet's pretty good. So it says the extremes tell you the least number of days it rained or snowed in a month was 2. And then the greatest number of days it rained or snow in the month was 10. So that's important information that we can tell from that. All right. And then to keep going, so it says the median tells you that half of the months had over 6 days of snow, half of the months had fewer than 6 days of snow. Now remember, the median is the 50th percentile, and we've talked about percentiles. So basically what that's telling us is that half the time it rained more, half the time it rained less. The data cluster tells you 1/4 of the data clusters between 2 and 3 days. All right, and 1/4 of the data clusters between 6 and 7 days. So again, each little part of the box and whisker plot is 25% of the data. That's important. All right, so in this case, if they asked you a question, you would say that it's more spread out from 7 to 10, and it's clustered together between 2 and 3.